Hey, what's up, guys? It's Randall from OddsJam back with you today for another OddsJam 101 episode. No Slop today, last minute scratch. So we'll be without Slop today. Hopefully, have him back on Thursday. If not, definitely have him back for that first week in the NFL. But football is here. We've got another preseason game tonight, Ravens and Commanders, and then week 0 of college football on Saturday. So going to be great. Can't wait to watch college football this Saturday. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in. This stream basically for anyone who is a current user of OddsJam, thinking about starting a trial of OddsJam, or maybe in the middle of your trial with OddsJam. So hopefully you find this helpful. If you have any questions, throw those in the chat. Got that live. I'll be sure to answer those for you as quickly as I can. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, if you're on OddsJam ever and you have a question, you can come straight to this, send me a message. This message comes to me, and I can help you out. So just to get started, we talk about this every single week, but most important thing you can do is get every single sports book that is out there in your state. Sign up bonuses for all of these books that are available. Prime example, this past weekend, I actually had Victor Hovland to win the BMW. It was a great sweat on Sunday, but I took him on Wednesday evening. Got the best number at PointsBet. It was better than any of the books out there. I got 18-1. Other books were 14-1, 15-1. So just by line shopping, I was able to get the best value there. But all of these books, they all have offers, especially with football starting here in a couple of weeks. Football is already here, but at least the regular season for the NFL. So be sure, check out this resources tab on OddsJam. I'll go ahead and pull that up or show you where it's at. It's on the left side down here at the bottom. Underneath the resources tab, it's the promotions page. Take advantage of all these sign-up offers. Get signed up for the books. If you travel at all, this legalization tracker is something that's very nice as well. It shows every state that has legal sports betting, and it also shows you the sign-up offers as well. So if you're heading to Iowa, we are going to show you all of the books in Iowa that you can sign up for, as well as what the sign-up bonus is. So if you travel the United States, this is a great page to check out depending on what state you are going to. So just wanted to tell you guys that. Get signed up for every book in your state. If you have questions about the sign-up offers, let me know. I can definitely walk you through those. I've been to multiple states, taking advantage of multiple bonuses, so very familiar with that. We're going to go ahead and jump to the EV page. When you start on OddsJam, the EV page is probably where you will spend most of your time. It's definitely the most popular tool that we have on OddsJam. And what you'll notice when you get to the EV page is we will show you, or you will be on the recommended filters page. This is going to show you the best bets that are out there all throughout the day, based on historical data, back testing that we've done with all of the sports books. The goal of this page is to bet as many plays as you can that are in green. Volume is definitely key with EV betting. I talk about variance a lot, talk about volume a lot. Just to give you guys some numbers, if you were to place 250 of these bets from this page right here, your chances of profiting are roughly 79%. Which means there's still a 21% chance that you don't profit. But if you're able to take that number to 1,000, and let's say 500 of those bets beat the closing line at least 50% of the time, you're looking at a chance to profit of right around 90%. So still a 10% chance that you aren't profitable, but a 90% chance that you are profitable. So again, placing as many bets as you can from this page is going to be good for you long term. And here's a bet right here. This is actually, if you were on the low holds page, this would show up. But this is an EV play on PointsBet. Tennis match here, plus 115 on PointsBet. You can see every other book. Caesars is minus 115. Pinnacle is plus 105. Average odds are plus 101. So you're getting great value here. The no vig odds are plus 109. The no vig odds, this is simply what the line should be. So if you remove the juice, this is the line that you should be able to bet this at. So fair odds are plus 109. You're getting plus 115, giving you approximately 2.8% of expected value here. So again, betting these in volume is definitely key long-term to being successful with EV betting. Now you can, let's say it's a slower day, which slower days on the EV page are definitely coming to an end with the start of football, but let's say it is a slower day. You can turn off these recommended filters, and you'll notice that if we clear them out completely, you're going to see a lot of higher EV plays. A lot of these plays are player props, guys to hit home runs. Definitely a lot of value there, but there's going to be a lot of variance with these as well. So this page is great on Dinger Tuesday. If you're betting on FanDuel, you look for a guy to hit a home run. We can see here MJ Melendez plus 438 fair odds, FanDuel plus 560. So you're getting great value there. If this were Dinger Tuesday, this would be a guy that you could definitely consider betting to hit a home run. You can see the odds here are just, they're totally different. If FanDuel is the only book, if Caesars is the only book that you have, you would be getting plus 310 odds if you were betting on him to hit a home run. But you can see FanDuel plus 560. So huge difference. DraftKings plus 400. You can see right here exactly why it's important to have every single book that is available to you, especially with football coming. Some books are going to have teams -3. Another book might have -3.5. Could be the difference between a loss and a push. So you definitely want to take advantage of all of those books if you have not yet. And again, if you turn the recommended filters off, we clear that out, we're going to see every single EV play that's out there. The one adjustment that I like to make, I like to set this maximum market width to 40. If I do that, we see that it decreases dramatically, but we still have 39 plays. So again, my strategy here is to bet as many of these plays that are in green. So if you have Fliff, James Paxton, under 5.5 plus 105 on Fliff, you can see this is just insane value. You're getting plus 105 on something that the average odds are -121. So huge value here on the under. You're getting plus money, almost a 5%, 5.5% edge here. So definitely a bet if you're on Fliff. Place this Paxton under 5.5 strikeouts plus 105. Really, really good value. And then, like I said, continuing to go through here, placing as many of these bets as you can that are under 40 cents of width. The reason that market width is so important is we are showing you, or when you filter that market width down to 40, we're showing you markets that are much more efficient, have a lot more money being bet on them. So the books are more confident in that line that we are showing you for those fair odds. So if you're looking for week 1 in the NFL, you already see here we've got the Raiders plus 180 on MGM is an EV play playing the Broncos. So first week 1 play there, if you want to hit that, Raiders plus 180, almost 1% EV. For me personally, this game is a little too far away and the EV percentage is a little too low to bet this, but let's say this was a 3% EV play. This would definitely be something that I would look to lock in, this far in advance. As college football approaches and the NFL regular season, you definitely want to bet these plays sooner rather than later. By Saturday morning for college football, the value that was there earlier in the week will definitely be much less than what it is on a Monday or a Tuesday. So Saturday morning, if you're looking to just bet college football, I'm not saying you're not going to find plays, but you're going to find the plays that have the most value on Monday or on Tuesday of that week. So you definitely want to look into those. Looks like Tampa Bay plus 240 at the Vikings is another NFL week 1 play on the money line. So that game is interesting to me. You've got the Vikings -6.5. perfect teaser number, perfect money line parlay. I'd say the Vikings will be very, very popular week one, probably a popular survivor team as well. So maybe some value on the Bucks. I don't think they're projected to do much this year. So maybe a week one shocker, and you're getting some expected value there as well. So that's the EV page. Very simple to use. Again, just you're betting as many of these plays as you can that are in green, with either the recommended filters on or the market with a maximum of 40. So we'll go ahead. We're going to jump over to the ARB page. This is actually where I got started with OddsJam. So I've shifted to EV betting, but if you're looking to make some risk-free money with the sports books, we can see right here, Aaron Nola under 6.5 strikeouts is plus 105 on DraftKings. It's plus 110 on Barstool. If we wanted to bet this, say we wanted to throw $100 on DraftKings, we wanted to throw 97 on the Barstool book, we can make a risk-free $7.38. So arbitrage is a risk-free way to make money, but you can definitely make a lot more money if you're doing EV betting. But arbitrage, like I said, is a way to make risk-free money. It definitely adds up over time, so you do need to bet volume there as well. But that's an ARB if you wanted to hit that. These do move quickly, so I'm loading this up. We can see that this line has moved. The under is now minus 120 on DraftKings, so that's how quickly those ARBs move. EV betting, they do move quickly, but you don't have to be as fast as you do with arbitrage. But a good way to make risk-free money if you're looking to do that with the sports books. So question here from Tyler: how often do you adjust your bankroll and unit size? Is there an amount you wait to go up to make sure you're protected against an inevitable downswing? Great question, Tyler. Kind of my rule of thumb in changing my bankroll settings is basically after every 1,000 bets or so. So 1,000 bets basically gives you a 90% chance of profiting. So after 1,000 bets, you've got enough volume in that I think it's okay to adjust your bankroll. With the Kelly multiplier in the bankroll settings on OddsJam. But in terms of like adjusting it after 100 bets or 75 bets, I would not suggest doing that. I do talk to a lot of users who get off to a hot start. They change their bankroll, and then, like you said, the inevitable downswing comes, and they're now down money because they didn't have proper bankroll management. So 1,000 bets, I think, is a solid starting point. It allows you to get enough volume in to be able to overcome some of those downswings and kind of see where you're at. So 1,000 bets, that's basically a month. If you're averaging, let's say 35, 40 bets a day, that puts you, somewhere around that 900 to 1,000 bets in a month. So maybe once a month, assuming that you've hit close to 1,000 bets. Moving on here, looking at the middles page, this will definitely start to show more as football season begins. I know I've talked about this a lot. You'll start to see this a lot with player props. You might be able to get Patrick Mahomes over 285 yards passing on DraftKings and maybe under 297 on FanDuel. If he lands somewhere in between, you hit both of your bets. So they're kind of like lottery tickets in that sense. You'll see it a lot with I'm not even sure what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, you're going to see it a lot with the totals as well as the spreads. You can see a couple of examples here, like over 37.5, under 38. So if we were to bet this, let's say we bet $102 and then $96, no matter what happens, we're going to make $3.35 of profit. But if this lands on exactly 38, we would be refunded on this side. We would cash this side, and we would actually make, a little bit closer to $106. So middles page is nice, allows you to kind of do some arbitrage as well. but it gives you an opportunity to hit both sides of a bet and make a little bit more money that way. So the low holds tool, I mentioned this earlier about one of those tennis plays showing on the low holds tool. It's probably long gone by now because it was on the EV page and it was some great value on PointsBet. But this low holds tool is a great way to churn through any of the deposit bonuses that the books give you. So, for example, if let's say BetMGM gives you a deposit match of $500, you can say that you can come here to the low holds page. You can say that you've got site credit at MGM, which would be the same as a deposit bonus. Let's say, like I said, they gave you $500. You could come here, and if you were able to use Pinnacle, you could bet 500 on the Bills in week 1. You could bet 420 on Pinnacle, or not week 1. You could bet 500 on the Bills at -120. You could bet 420 on the Jets at +118. You're going to lose about $3.82, but you've churned through that full $500 one time, and you've made roughly $496 of profit. So you could do something with the 0% hold. My one kind of warning to you there would just be to make sure, especially if you do player props, make sure you know how the books grade player props. So if you wanted to bet 110 on Bet Rivers and 100 on MGM, you're not going to lose anything, and you're going to churn through some of that $500 deposit bonus that you got on MGM. So that's the low holds page. Very, very helpful there if you get those deposit matches. And then the last page is the free bet converter. If you get a free bet from a sportsbook, let's say DraftKings gives you a $25 free bet. Now, this is not to be confused with a risk-free bet. This is just if they give you a free bet, you could come here and you could place a bet on under a half a goal in this soccer match. You could place $131 on Caesars to go over the half a goal. You would make a guaranteed $18.75. So if you get those free bets in the sports books, you can convert them straight to cash. You can throw them on EV plays. But if you're wanting to make risk-free money, this is definitely the page to do it. If you got a free bet for $100 on DraftKings, you could bet this Western Kentucky South Florida game. You could hedge with $310 on the opposite side. This is a 69% conversion, so you'd make $69 risk-free from your $100 free bet. So definitely a good page to convert those free bets, but again, not to be confused with the risk-free bets. Something totally different there with regards to the free bet conversion tool. Let's see here. Question about the unit size to start off with in the NFL. So unit size for NFL, really any sport for that matter. I always say that you should probably bet somewhere between 1 to 5% of your bankroll on a play. So that would be using the EV page and the Kelly calculator or the Kelly multiplier to determine your bet size. But if you're just like flat betting games, so if you're just betting on NFL games without any sort of Kelly multiplier or anything like that, I would say that it needs to be, like I said, between 1 and 5% of your bankroll. So if you have $1,000 bankroll, you would be betting basically, you'd be betting $10 a game. So if you have a $10,000 bankroll, you could bet, $100 a game to be able to do that. So you definitely, if you're operating with $1,000 bankroll, you should not be betting $100 a game. That would be 10% of every play, and it's not going to take you many losses to be able to overcome that. So manage your bankroll, somewhere between 1 and 5% if you're, looking to follow like recommended bet sizes here on OddsJam. But if you're just betting on the NFL with no edge whatsoever, you're just kind of doing it for fun. I mean, I would say somewhere between 1 and 3%. And again, the unit size is based solely on your bankroll. what is your bankroll? Your bankroll is the amount of money that you're willing to lose. Doesn't have any impact on you in terms of paying your bills, keeping your electricity on, keeping your car, whatever the case is. So a couple other tools we'll take a look at. The Fantasy Optimizer is a great tool. They actually, I believe someone said, I saw someone today tweet about it. Looks like they dropped lines for opening week in NFL or in the NFL on Prize Picks. So you can come here and you can bet some of those week one. We've got Saquon Barkley, Devontae Adams, Sam Howell. This is for the game tonight. It looks like over 64.5 passing yards for the Commanders against the Ravens. But all of these plays in green would be considered great plays for week one in the NFL. If you're looking to build a Prize Pick slip, you can see we can do a 6-man flex. There's plenty to choose from. You can do far more than one. You can do more than one entry if you wanted to. So this is the optimizer that we have. If you're looking for something on underdog, you can flip to underdog. Again, you can sort by sport. If you want just football only, you can see that. It looks like they also dropped week one of the NFL today. So Optimizer is a great tool if you have access to those player prop apps. So be sure to check that out. And then the last tool, and I absolutely love this tool, is the Sportsbook screen. This allows you to compare the odds all in one place. So you don't have to constantly check back with the Sportsbook. So if you're looking to bet on the Phillies tonight and the Giants, WinBet at -128 has the best odds out there. So if you're going to bet the Phillies, do it at WinBet. If you don't have WinBet, then it looks like the best place is probably Barstool or DraftKings. So this is a great tool to line shop. It's already got week one NFL lines up. So you can come here, switch the date. If we want to go to opening week of the NFL, we can see here all of the lines for week one of the NFL. You want to look at the spreads, you can do that. And again, showing you what the best line is for the spread. So if you're looking to bet the Falcons, -3, it's at a lot of books, but it's -3 on Circa, +3.5 for the Panthers on PointsBet. So this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, where -3, 3.5 could be the difference between a push and a loss. Look at this right here. I mean, you've got Cincinnati -1 on PointsBet. You can get the Browns +2. So you're getting a whole full point of value, taking it at Circa. Again, -6, -6.5, Tampa Bay, Minnesota. So, I mean, a missed field goal now, or I'm sorry, not a missed field goal, a missed extra point. Vikings win by 6. If you take the Bucks +6 because PointsBet is the only book you have, then you just push that bet instead of winning by taking it at FanDuel. So you can see, I mean, there's tons of line discrepancies already here just today. And week one is still a ways away. -3 +3.5, -2.5 +3, -1.5 +2.5. So if you want to bet the Bears, you can bet the Bears -1.5 at FanDuel. Why would you go and lay 2.5 when you can lay 1.5? Same thing. If you're looking to take the Packers, why would you take the Packers +1.5 when you could have them at +2.5? For basically, you could get them for the same price. So for a whole point more, you can get the Packers +2.5 -105. So it just makes no sense to not line shop and to not get the best of the number. I mean, here's a pretty significant difference here. Two books that we can't use, but -4.5 on the Seahawks, +6 on the Rams. So this tool is great. I absolutely love it. It allows you to see everything in one spot, and that is the Sportsbook screen. So just wanted to hop on here and go through the tools. Again, we're going to continue to do this on Mondays and Thursdays. Obviously, we'll have Monday Night Football coming up here in a few weeks. So we'll be able to talk football with Slop. I know I mentioned on the Thursday stream that I was going to have a play in this Ravens-Commanders game. Unfortunately, the line has shifted so much. I loved Washington at plus 3.5, +3. It's down to +1 now. Not sure that I would necessarily recommend that for Washington at +1. You can get them +1.5 at a couple of other books. I do like Washington in the first half with Sam Howell there. I would say it doesn't look like, well, actually, we know Huntley is not playing for the Ravens, so it'll be interesting to see how the Ravens look without him. He's definitely key for them. But you can see, look at this. Washington is favored in the first half, but they're underdogs for the game. So the market agrees, Howell's probably going to play in the first half. Maybe the Ravens do end up winning the game, but Washington covers the first half. So can't give out a play here on this game. I mean, if I had to, I do think the Ravens winning streak comes to an end tonight. I think that Washington in the first half is a solid play. Also think Washington for the game is a solid play. So if you're looking to take Washington, either the points +1.5, or if you're looking at the money line, +115 on MGM. So appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, if you've got questions, don't hesitate to reach out either on the website, or you can email me, randall@oddsjam.com. I will be back on Thursday, same time, same place. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Cash some of your bets tonight and on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Thursday.